Mountains have always fascinated adventurers, but some peaks are more deadly than others. These towering giants test human limits with brutal weather, deadly avalanches, treacherous terrain, and extreme altitude sickness. For every successful summit, there are grim stories of climbers who never made it back. In this video, we're counting down the 10 deadliest mountains on Earth, not just the tallest, but the most lethal. The Matterhorn, straddling the border of Switzerland and Italy, is one of the most iconic yet deadly peaks in the Alps. Standing at 14,692 feet, its jagged pyramid shape has lured climbers for over a century. But beneath its majestic beauty lies a dark history of tragedy, with more than 500 climbers losing their lives on its steep, rocky slopes. The mountain's unpredictable weather, loose rocks, and sudden storms create deadly hazards. Its notorious Hornley Ridge is one of the most popular routes but demands technical skill and caution. Falling rocks and ice frequently cause fatal accidents, and many climbers underestimate the mountain's dangers. The Matterhorn's deadly reputation was cemented in 1865 when the first successful ascent ended in disaster. 4 of the 7 climbers fell to their deaths during the descent. Since then, the mountain has claimed countless lives, making it one of the deadliest mountains despite its relatively modest height compared to Himalayan giants. The Eiger, located in the Swiss Alps, is infamous for its deadly north face, known as the Mordwand or Murder Wall. This sheer cliff has claimed over 60 lives since climbers first tackled it in the 1930s. Its steep, icy walls, unpredictable weather, and frequent rockfalls make the Eiger one of Europe's most dangerous climbs. The mountain's notorious north face is a vertical challenge that tests even the most skilled alpinists. Sudden storms and avalanches strike without warning, turning the climb into a deadly gamble. Many rescue attempts fail due to the face's extreme conditions. Its grim reputation is amplified by chilling tales of climbers trapped for days and the mountain's unforgiving terrain. Despite this, the Eiger attracts thrill seekers worldwide, drawn by the deadly challenge of conquering one of the Alps' most feared peaks. Manaslu, standing at 8,163 meters, is the 8th highest mountain in the world and one of Nepal's deadliest peaks. Known as the Mountain of the Spirit, it is notorious for sudden avalanches and treacherous climbing conditions that have caused numerous fatalities. The mountain's steep slopes, unstable snowpacks, and frequent storms make it a constant threat to climbers. Manaslu has one of the highest fatality rates among the 8,000ers, with nearly 10% of those who attempted summit never returning. Rescue operations are difficult due to its remote location and unpredictable weather, often leaving climbers vulnerable once trouble strikes. Despite these dangers, Manaslu remains a popular challenge for experienced mountaineers drawn to its beauty and brutal reputation. Makalu, towering at 8,485 meters, is the 5th highest mountain on Earth and infamous for its steep, knife-edge ridges and unpredictable weather. Straddling the border between Nepal and Tibet, this Himalayan giant poses extreme technical challenges that have claimed many lives. Climbers face relentless avalanches, brutal windstorms, and dangerous ice falls. Makalu's fatality rate is estimated at around 20%, reflecting its unforgiving conditions. The steep ascents and narrow ridges leave little room for error, turning every step into a potential disaster. Despite its dangers, Makalu attracts elite mountaineers seeking one of the toughest climbs on the planet. Rescue missions here are perilous and often impossible, especially during sudden storms. Makalu's deadly reputation is cemented by numerous fatal accidents, reminding all who dare attempt it that nature's power can be merciless and swift. Dhaulagiri, standing at 8,167 meters, is the 7th highest mountain in the world and one of Nepal's deadliest peaks. Its name means White Mountain, but behind its stunning facade lies a brutal challenge responsible for numerous deaths and rescues. Known for steep slopes, sudden weather changes, and treacherous avalanches, Dhaulagiri has a fatality rate nearing 15%, making it one of the deadliest mountains for climbers. Many have lost their lives due to falls, avalanches, or altitude sickness during their ascent. The mountain's isolation complicates rescue efforts, and climbers often face extreme cold and unpredictable storms. In 1960, the first successful summit expedition tragically lost several members on the descent. Despite its dangers, Dhaulagiri remains a coveted summit for experienced mountaineers. However, it demands immense preparation, technical skill, and respect for the mountain's unforgiving nature. Kanchenjunga is the third highest mountain on Earth, towering at 8,586 meters on the border between Nepal and India. Known for its stunning beauty and extreme difficulty, it also has one of the highest fatality rates among the world's tallest peaks, with roughly one climber dying for every 4 who reach the summit. The mountain's unpredictable weather, frequent avalanches, and technical climbing routes make Kanchenjunga a nightmare for mountaineers. The remote location means rescue missions are often delayed or impossible, increasing the danger for those caught in trouble. Historically, many climbers have succumbed to falls, altitude sickness, and exposure while attempting Kanchenjunga's peaks. The mountain's steep ridges and icy slopes demand peak physical and mental endurance. Despite the risks, Kanchenjunga remains a prized conquest for elite climbers drawn to its majestic peaks and the harsh challenge it offers. However, the mountain's harsh conditions have left a legacy of tragedy that continues to caution adventurers worldwide. Nanga Parbat, known as the Killer Mountain, is the 9th highest peak in the world at 8,126 meters, located in Pakistan's Himalayas. Its deadly reputation stems from steep, icy slopes and unpredictable weather that have claimed hundreds of climbers' lives. With a fatality rate around 22%, Nanga Parbat ranks among the deadliest mountains worldwide. The mountain's Rupal face is one of the tallest mountain faces on Earth, rising over 4,600 meters vertically. Avalanches, rockfalls, and sudden storms create constant hazards. Climbers face extreme cold and high-altitude challenges, with many never returning from their attempts. Nanga Parbat's history is marked by tragic expeditions, including the death of renowned climber Hermann Buhl in 1953, who perished during a solo ascent despite his success reaching the summit. The mountain's difficult terrain and volatile weather have thwarted many, turning Nanga Parbat into a graveyard for ambitious mountaineers. Despite its dangers, climbers continue to be drawn to Nanga Parbat's imposing challenge, testing their limits on one of the world's most brutal mountains. Mount Everest, standing at 8,848 meters, is the highest peak on Earth and arguably the most famous. Located on the Nepal-Tibet border, Everest attracts hundreds of climbers each year, but its fame comes with a deadly reputation. Over 300 deaths have been recorded on Everest, caused by avalanches, falls, exposure, altitude sickness, and overcrowding. Climbers face the notorious death zone above 8,000 meters, where oxygen levels are critically low, and the risk of life-threatening altitude sickness is high. Extreme cold, sudden storms, and treacherous icefalls add to the danger. Despite improved gear and routes, Everest remains unforgiving. The 1996 disaster, where 8 climbers died during a blizzard, remains one of the deadliest events in mountaineering history. In recent years, overcrowding has led to deadly traffic jams near the summit, increasing risks and fatalities. Everest's combination of height, harsh conditions, and sheer number of climbers ensures it remains one of the deadliest mountains on the planet, demanding respect, skill, and endurance from anyone who dares to reach its summit. K2, also known as the Savage Mountain, is the world's second highest peak at 8,611 meters and infamous for its brutal climbing conditions. Located on the China-Pakistan border, K2 has a death rate of about 25%, making it one of the deadliest mountains globally. Unlike Everest, K2's technical difficulty, extreme weather, and steep, exposed routes have caused numerous fatal accidents. Climbers face deadly avalanches, rockfalls, and fierce storms that can appear without warning. The mountain demands exceptional skill, endurance, and mental toughness. Many have lost their lives attempting its treacherous ascent. The 2008 K2 disaster is a grim chapter, where 11 climbers died during a series of accidents caused by an ice avalanche and poor weather conditions. Rescues are complicated by the mountain's remoteness and unpredictable terrain. K2 is a stark reminder of nature's unforgiving power, where only the most prepared and lucky survive. Annapurna, standing at 8,091 meters in Nepal, holds the grim title of the deadliest 8,000-meter peak. With a death rate of about 32%, nearly one climber dies for every 3 who reach the summit. Avalanches and sudden weather changes make this mountain a silent killer. Its steep slopes and unstable snowfields have claimed the lives of experienced mountaineers and novices alike. One of the most tragic events occurred in 2014, when an avalanche buried 43 climbers at base camp, killing 16. The mountain's unpredictable nature makes rescue missions extremely dangerous. Many climbers succumb not just to falls, but to altitude sickness and exhaustion in this harsh environment. Despite the risks, Annapurna's beauty and challenge continue to attract thrill seekers from around the world. It remains a sobering reminder that nature's grandeur often comes with deadly consequences. These mountains remind us that nature's beauty often masks its deadly power. From the towering Himalayas to the treacherous Alps, each peak has claimed lives, testing the limits of human endurance and skill. Whether you're an experienced climber or an armchair adventurer, these stories of survival, tragedy, and courage show why these mountains are among the most feared on Earth. If you found this journey through the world's deadliest mountains fascinating, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more real-life disaster stories, survival tales, and jaw-dropping nature facts. Stay safe, stay curious, and keep exploring the wild side of our planet.